Right guys, I got a little song. I need you to sing it with me. It goes like this. We don't need no education. We don't need no thoughts control. We don't need no dark sarcasm. Hey teacher, leave those kids alone. It's your boy Perfection back again with another video, guys. This one is called Education Out, because I've done my previous videos and I think that some people they're not quite getting it. I think even myself, I think sometimes I look back at some of my videos, I'm thinking that maybe, you know, when you're mentioning the perfection philosophy and everything else, and you're mentioning sadness, and you're mentioning this, and you're mentioning that, it's almost like you're telling people to become sad and miserable and depressed and all of that kind of stuff. Right, the first thing is like I said in my videos, regarding the perfection philosophy, maybe 1 out of 40 people will be able to live that kind of life. Okay. Yeah, I said to people there isn't a gold at the end of the rainbow, but I've never said to people you should live poor. I've said you'll most likely end up becoming poor. Most likely. I'm not saying to people they should become poor. If anything, I've said to people you can become whatever you want to become. I've said the example I used was a lawyer. If you believe you can become a lawyer, then why not go for it? If you want to become a doctor, then why not go for it? One other thing I've said to people in previous videos is that what may take someone 5 days takes you 5 months. Don't compare yourself to other people, okay? I'll repeat that again. What takes them 5 weeks may take you 5 months. Do not compare yourself to other people. I've also said to you that perfection philosophy, what it is to me, may be different to what it is to you. The main important thing is that you're working at, I wouldn't even say 100% capacity, because that's going to burn out. If you're working that hard, you'll burn out. That's the biggest mistake I've ever made, is by working too hard. As long as you're working at, say, 75% capacity, that's all good. You know, regardless of what it is, whatever job it is, as long as you're working at 75% capacity, as long as you're not idled. Bible says make use of idle hands. Now, the whole purpose of this video, I'm not encouraging people to be poor or anything like that. Another example I want to use of kind of where I'm trying to get with it, like for example, there's this no-fap movement, as people know. In a no-fap movement, people are saying that they're going for something called hard mode. So what is exactly hard mode? Hard mode in the no-fap movement basically means no masturbation, no watching pornography, and no having sex with women. Okay. What I've always preached to people, and this is one of the reasons why I came away from the whole no-fap thing anyway, because I didn't really like where it was leading. Encouraging people to stay away from women, I never really got that kind of thing. With the perfection philosophy, what I encourage people to be is real. And when you're real, you'll be doing monk mode anyway. It's as simple as that. It's as straight as that. When you're real with women and you're upfront with women, you'll be doing the monk mode anyway, i.e. you won't be getting as laid as much as you think you would. If you can do the perfection, I mean, I'm not saying you'll never get laid, I'm just saying you're doing monk mode if you take the perfection philosophy up. You'll be doing it anyway. So what I encourage people to be is real, and it will naturally work out hard for you. So the whole perfection philosophy is just living life living life being genuine and not selling out. But I heavily encourage people to go to school, to go to college, to go to university, to educate yourself. You can become whatever you want. I have been given many opportunities in my life, many. I can't say that race has held me back. It hasn't. There have been certain times where people have expected me to kind of maybe bow down and kiss their asses in certain positions, certain jobs, and maybe they'll give me this or promises of this, promises of that. One job I got into it and I was supposed to, I've only done the job for, basically what happened is it was a false advertisement. So they advertised a post, I've gone for that post. The woman's told me it's not there, but she said, I tell you what, you start off at this level and within 2 months you'll move up to where what you originally were supposed to be doing, basically. I stayed in that job working my arse off, and it weren't even due to the fact that well, to put it straight, it was down to racism. It's as straight as that. And people say, oh yeah, he's playing the race card and this and that. No, it was down to racism. It's as simple as that. She advertised a position that was available. I got to the job. She said to me, well, there is no these positions available. I said, well, but this is what's been advertised. She said, we'll take this position lower than that, less money. Took the position. And then I got into a conversation 2.5, 3 months into it with someone. I can't remember who that person was. I think it was a manager at the time. And they said to me, oh, is that the case? I tell you what, I'll take you to, I'll give you training right now for the position that you first came for. And when certain people around there saw me being trained for that position, they were like, no, what are you doing? There's no point in training for the position because he'll never have it. He will never have something like that. And at the time then, they did use the term coloured. They told me straight, no, they didn't say it towards me like he'll never have it because he's coloured. But that particular person I had heard them use that term before, coloured. Oh, where's that coloured man? Or there's a coloured man downstairs. The same person that didn't want me to have that position. But I think I can't really say it's races held me back. I can't really say races held me back because it hasn't. But there have been times where, there was another time where I was around a millionaire and he was saying to me, listen, okay, you want to become an actor. This is back in the day, talking about 20 years ago. You want to become an actor. I'll tell you what, you come work for me, you'll do cheap labour, and within a year I'll get you in to the film industry business. I'll basically introduce you. I can't get you in. I'll introduce you to the people that you need to know, really, because at the end of the day, Luke, it's not what you know. You won't get into the film industry like that. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's as simple as that. So unless someone's opening the door for you, you're not going to get in. Doesn't make a difference how good you are. All you need to do is come around my house, work, and it was probably even less than minimum wage, because I know that I worked a full week for the guy going back 20 years ago, and he gave me £70. So I was on like £10 a day in the UK going back 20 years ago, and this guy is telling me come back and work for just under a year. So he wanted me to basically become some sort of a sellout and a punk, and I said no, thank you. Not to mention at the time then, it was one thing wanting to become an actor, but when I suddenly turned 21 and was qualified for it, and I saw some of the roles that black people were playing on TV, British TV, I said no, thank you. No, I think I'll pass on that, because it's not about that, And even now today, when I look on British TV, I'm not impressed with it at all. Some of the roles that black people are playing, there's no strong, the closest we've got is Idris Elba. That's the closest we've ever had. I mean, in the 20 years, I can't think of anyone apart from him really that's played a strong, positive role, black role model. What other opportunities did I have? I mean, I've had opportunities with women saying, if you marry me, you'll get this amount of money. I've had kind of disgusting, perverted, sexual proposals from male and female. To be honest with you, I mean, again, obviously those those things would never happen anyway. But let's just say in regards to working, right? In regards to working, I have been, me personally, because I'm kind of going off topic here, I'm not encouraging people to be poor. I'm encouraging people to be successful without selling yourself out. Okay? I've had the opportunity, I've been blessed that I've had the opportunity offered to me. You know, even shortly after that guy, the big millionaire, gave that proposal to me, I went into a job and for an interview, and I think it was like my first, I think it was second more job. I was offered a manager's position. It was like, look, we got a manager's position for you if you want to take it. Doors were opening for me. My life is not your life. Okay? What perfection is to me isn't to you. Okay? The reason why I aren't as successful as I would like to be honest with you, but take it or leave it, is down to mental health. Okay? I don't care to share all of my mental health issues online or this or that. It's down to mental health, but the opportunities have been there. So, but I can tell you, I'm working at my 75%. I may not be as successful as some of my friends and things like that have houses, mortgages, family and all that kind of stuff, but I'm working at my 75%. I'm doing the best I can do within the situation that I have. So people saying, you know, which I've heard before, which is true, you know, lead by example. But then if you're saying lead by example, I was someone that used to smoke marijuana. I was someone that used to drink alcohol. I was someone that used to watch porn. Marijuana, alcohol, porn. I still eat a bit of junk food every now and then, but heavily addicted to it. I was heavily addicted to sweets. So I have done, you know, some things. I have managed to turn my life around. I am now a personal trainer. I will be a sports massage therapist in December. You know, I'm not encouraging failure here, guys. I'm not telling people they should be lazy, because I'm not lazy. I don't need to come on here and tell you every single day what I'm doing like a diary, but know that I'm not encouraging people to be lazy. What I am saying to them, however, though, is if you're going to live by the perfection philosophy, life's going to get real hard for you, and there may not be that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay, there may not be any leprechauns and fairy tales and all that kind of stuff. There may not even be any ridiculously beautiful women, all of that kind of stuff, because you're not selling out. The perfection philosophy isn't selling out in any shape or form. In fact, I don't believe in selling out. I've never had to sell out in order to have those opportunities presented to me. I never had to sell out. Just need to be confident in what I'm doing and educated in what I was doing. And they came. I still believe at 40 years old now, and listen, I still believe at 40 years old now that if I wanted to be in a certain position or role, I would be in that position or role. I'd be confident enough to walk into that job interview and get that role. And if I needed to educate myself more, I would go back to education. I am a slow learner. It does take me, you know, when I was saying about if it takes someone 6 months, if it takes someone 6 months to do the course, it'll probably take me 3 years. That's just the level of slow learning. I've come to accept that about myself. Okay, but I've done things the honest way. I'm working at the best that I can do. I've done it without selling out. You do not need to sell out in order to get to blah 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 blah. However, there are some people that are in dire circumstances, maybe in the hoods or whatever, and there's no way of them getting out. But I believe that if you follow the perfection philosophy, regardless of where you are, the Lord will open some sort of door for you, because it's definitely been open for me. But again, for me, it's just been my mental health that have held me back. But I still have achieved many things, and I'm comfortable with where I'm at and what I've done. And when I leave this world, I'll leave it peacefully. I won't believe in it thinking, am I a complete C? You know. How many people have I done over in order to get where I was? And now I look back at it. Now I look at it. I'd rather take it back. I've done over hundreds of people, and the reality of it is, I was never truly happy. I don't have to worry about being in that situation. So I am encouraging people to be successful. I'm just not I just don't believe in you having to completely sell yourself out, or to, you know, like I was described in my in one of the videos that I done earlier about walking around smiling and playing the game and opportunists, and, you know, continuously trying to figure out a way you can make use of someone. And if you can't make use of them, then you just disregard them. You know, I've never been that kind of way. I don't use people. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to end it on that note, and just saying that, yes, I do the perfection philosophy. If you are following it, it's going to be hard, because being real is being hard. But you can be. Don't think that you can't be successful. You can be successful. It just might be slightly slower. It just might be slightly harder. It will definitely be harder. I can guarantee that much. But I'm all about people becoming successful. Okay. It's just not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Alright, peace out.